In June, General Lee invades Pennsylvania. President Lincoln unceremoniously dismisses Hooker and places General George Gordon Meade in command of the Army of the Potomac. On July 1st, 1863, a battle begins between Lee and Meade at Gettysburg. Soldiers pour in for the next 2 days as fighting intensifies. Confederates win on the first day, but Meade's men hold their ground on the second. On the third, Lee launches a grand attack known as Pickett's Charge. That attack fails. Gettysburg is the bloodiest of all American battles. The Union victory sends Lee and his army back to Virginia, weakened but intact. Just as Lee retreats, the Confederates at Vicksburg succumb to 47 days of siege. With the loss of Port Hudson, the Union now controls the entire Mississippi River. The Confederacy is cut in two. Near Charleston, U.S. colored troops prove their valor at the Battle of Fort Wagner. Union spirits remain high as General Rosecrans captures Chattanooga and moves into North Georgia. General Braxton Bragg lashes back at the Battle of Chickamauga. After 3 days of combat, the Union Army is defeated and forced to retreat back to Chattanooga. General George Thomas, a native Virginian, conducts a heroic rear guard action that saves the Union Army from destruction. 34,000 fall, the second bloodiest battle of the Civil War. Bragg holds Rosecrans at Chattanooga and awaits his surrender, while President Lincoln visits Gettysburg and delivers the Gettysburg Address, telling the gathered mourners to hear highly resolve that these dead shall not have died in vain, that this nation shall have a new birth of freedom, and that government of the people, by the people, for the people, shall not perish from the earth. Lincoln also sends Grant to the beleaguered city of Chattanooga. Grant quickly opens up a cracker line to feed his men. Then, in 3 consecutive days in late November, launches attacks that send Bragg's men streaming from Chattanooga. Stalemate still reigns in the east. Lee and Meade each launch failed attacks at Bristow Station and Mine Run. The armies go into winter quarters. Despite several huge battles, the Virginia lines are virtually unchanged since last year. By the end of 1863, the Confederacy has suffered severe losses in men and territory, but Northerners are tiring of war and bloodshed. Lincoln will be up for re-election in 1864. If the Confederates can hold out and continue to sap Northern morale, there is a chance that Lincoln will lose to a candidate who will seek a negotiated peace.